Hello, friends. We have a desktop screenshot of some cute anime girl. That means I actually have time to work on this YouTube side hobby. Now, anyways, this next game I'm about to talk about is interesting. Y'all know what Action 52 is, right? It's one of the worst video games ever made. Everybody and their moms covered it. Let's get this launcher started. Now, what I'm about to cover is a fan-based remake of the NES Action 52 called Action 52 Owns, which is kind of an ironic title because the only thing Action 52 ever owned is like a spawn on everybody's worst games ever list. Well, that and about 50 billion technical problems. However, this remake is interesting because it helps answer the often understated question. What if Action 52 didn't suck? What if Action 52 for the NES was programmed by competent developers? Well, we're about to find out. Now keep in mind that this is a work in progress. I don't know if they're still working on this. So half the games aren't available at this time. This even includes some of the more infamous games on the cartridge like Cheetah Man, Ooze, and Billy Bomb. Yeah, that white screen you probably saw back there was likely a placeholder for the unskippable cutscene that will probably play at the beginning of the NES Action 52. You know, I like this white screen placeholder better. Don't change it. Now, the first game I'm about to cover, let's go to in chronological order here, is Star Evil. Now, this game is infamous. Now, for those who don't remember, Star Evil is a game which has a block placed right in front of the spawn point. Your character shoots Arkanoid paddles at demented birthday cakes that may or may not show up. There are serious hitbox problems in level 2, and beating the evil demented birthday cake of level 3 doesn't progress in the game. Star Evil was also featured in the Genesis Action 52, where they took out all the technical problems in the bosses in exchange for being unrelentlessly boring. Alright, let's see how it builds on that legacy. Oh shit, a storyline. Alright, it's a million times better than the Genesis and NES versions. Let's see. So basically, it's an evil sun that's about to go supernova, and we're gonna send our hero to go and stop it. Also, I think there's aliens in it. I don't know. So, let's begin. This is Commodore Ruth event. This is Star Evil's outermost asteroid station. Find the 4 key cards in this. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. From here on, it's all up to you. Collect the cards. Over and out. Oh god. Alright, so one button shoots rainbows, the other shouts obscenities. It's a good sign. Ah, fuck. That's a good sign. Yeah, the purpose of this game, and there's also static that occasionally shows up. I agree. Now, the purpose of this game is to kill the purple enemies to make these key cards show up. You collect 4 of them, and yeah, occasionally there's fire demons there. They're kind of a pain in the ass. Basically, you gotta collect all 4 of these things in order to make the boss appear. So let's make a jump cut to where I reached the boss, because this game is actually pretty tricky. Now, the first boss here isn't exactly a birthday cake, it's more like a techno birthday cake, but as long as you keep moving like this, it's... Yeah, even though I fucked up at the end there, you still progress anyway. Captain, can you stop scrolling so goddamn fast? Drawing power from the radiation. As you get closer, your weapons will increase in power. But watch out, the second force field is guarded by more key cards. And by fiercer enemies, it means more of these things. So yeah, fucking static is... It will annoy you if my uncut footage is any indication. There's also these fireballs here that will kind of throw you off balance. But yeah, your ship shoots larger rainbows here. And since these things are fucking annoying and I got stuck on this for several minutes, I'm gonna take another jump cut here. The boss of stage 2 is a pair of snakes, and if you don't know their patterns, these things will rape you, like right here. So you gotta attack in a certain pattern. Like, you gotta go from left to right, left to right. I also like to point out that every time you die, the boss meter just resets itself. So you gotta keep that in mind. And that should be about it for stage 2. Alright, on to level 3. Captain Carmilla, the static is kind of interrupting the cutscene. You have incredible energy and power now, but don't let it go to your head. We have no idea how dangerous this last asteroid. No, it's dangerous, alright. It's making my recording software speed up. Good luck, pilot. Over and out. Now, level 3 kind of differs from the other stages because now you have a giant fuck-off flamethrower. And slow down. That too. Also, these Firebird things, they're even more of a pain in the ass now because they blend even more into the background. But given as how you have this giant fucking laser cannon right here, it's a lot easier than the previous stages. You just gotta keep moving and try to not die. So I'm gonna make another jump cut here because I kind of, yeah, as you collect more key cards, these blocks will start like falling on you. And now we're at the boss. Now, here's the thing, how awesome this game is. See, this boss knows that you have a giant fuck-off laser cannon, which is why he's constantly going to be at the bottom part of the screen. So you just got to move up and down like this, and, you know, make little tiny movements, and eventually you will defeat him. And with that boss done, you have beaten Star Evil for the Action 52 owns. This character, I think it's a woman, has a demented look on his face. It's impossible. This can't possibly survive in not even a chloroformium. Alright, so essentially we've become one with the evil Star of Death, or Death Star. It's almost like it's a Death Star or something. And here's the cast list of all the enemies and stuff in the game, including the bosses, which kind of reminds me of birthday cakes. And it's Agony. It's also a decent game. Let's see how the next one goes. The next game on Action 52 owns that we're about to cover is Illuminator, and its really long run-on sentence. Illuminator was one of those gimmicky type games where you gotta kill enemies or else the screen will go dark. You can't jump very high, and most of the strategy for this game largely involves camping out on the edge of the screen until the enemy stops spawning. So in other words, it was kind of bleh. Let's see how the remake handles things. Anyways, Illuminator here looks really interesting despite the long drawn-out sentence that counts as its description. No, seriously, dude. Periods! Do you even know how to fucking use them? Anyways, let's get into the game. Uh-oh, the Illuminator signal's in the sky. Time to kick ass. So anyways, this game takes place in a peaceful 8-bit town. Your character is busy taking a nap until shit gets real. Damn it, cat! I'm trying to sleep here! Fucking thing keeps getting into fights and causing power outages. Now, anyways, I actually like this game's 8-bit aesthetic, which explains why I'm just going to be doing a bunch of jump cuts for this review. So in this game, you collect things that restore your health. You also collect things that you put into other things. Hey, power-ups at work! That's something you don't see in the original game. You also have a recharging flashlight, which you can use to melt enemies. Anyways, the game doesn't really start until you enter the bottom left room. Oh, fuck me, a demented lightning bolt! Yeah, I don't really know why the enemies don't really show up until you see that lightning bolt, but... well, guten tag to you too, motherfucker. Yeah, as I said before, you can use the flashlight to burn your enemies alive. This is also aided by the things that you previously put things into. Reminds me of that time where I showed an anti-vaxxer a box of condoms and that bitch started melting. It was like the Ark of the Covenant. Also, the game crashed while recording the footage at one point. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but I guess I'll assume it'll be patched in further releases. Anyways, the next game. The next game on this list is Silver Sword, and hopefully the sword's actually made of silver this time. When we last saw Silver Sword, it featured some guy throwing black swords all backwards at various monsters and things that clip right through the fucking trees. Level 2 takes place in Spooge Pile Land, Level 3 has a bunch of worms just suddenly bum rush you out of nowhere, and yeah, it wasn't really that good. Something Legend of Zelda joke. Anyways, let's see how the remake does. So anyways, this game starts off with a quote from J.R.R. Tolkien novel. We have plenty of options. Got a rescue a brave baby princess, a treasure hunt option, boss gauntlet. Lots of options, but let's go save the baby princess. We got a couple of characters that vary depending on hit points and speed and stuff. I'm gonna choose like the peasant guy because he respawns like endlessly if you choose a checkpoint. So yeah, this is Silver Sword, which is almost a complete remake of the original game, including Spooge Pile right there. Yeah, have you ever played Gauntlet? Well, it is similar to that. Some enemies, they die in one hit. Others, they take multiple hits because reasons. There's also these checkpoints here which are marked by graves. Yeah, you can like respawn there whenever you die. This is kind of weird because even though this character does have infinite continues, if you don't have a checkpoint and you die, it's automatic game over, which is kind of BS. Oh hey, here's something that was like brought back from the original game. These sperm things. What, ice vipers? Yeah, you go call them that. These are definitely fucking sperm. What the fuck are these things supposed to be? I'm attacking shrunken heads now? Are you fucking for real? Also, try not to die, otherwise the fire alarm's gonna go off. Yeah, I know, it's kind of loud, even with the sound balancing. Anyways, I'm not gonna go too far into this level. I'm gonna just showcase off a little bit of each of the levels. I know there's bosses and stuff, but we'll get to that soon. Anyways. Okay, so let's pick journey number 2 and have a character with hit points. Oh my god. This is that song! Yes! Right, a little bit of a history lesson. This particular tune is from an Atari ST game called The Dance Studio, or The Dance Factory, or whatever. Active Enterprises back in the day literally took songs like this, converted them into 8-bit chiptunes using sculptured software sound processors, altered the tempo a little bit, and passed them off as its own. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to what's going on the screen right now. Yeah, you can tell Active Enterprises did this with several of its music tracks for Action 52 on the NES, because the musics for games like this and French Baker, they're not as horrible and cringy as some of the stuff on Action 52, besides Cheetahman. And of course, yeah, also I got stuck on this cart and can't progress. And of course, they didn't even bother doing it with the Genesis version of this game because, you know, the Genesis version of the game is boring and dull as is. Anyways, I got stuck on this part, so I'm gonna finish killing off these fire sperm and we'll check out the next stage. Yeah, I can't even progress at any point here. I think there's a way to get around it, but I don't really know. Anyways, we progress to journey number 3, which I'm assuming we rescued those 2 baby princesses and sent them back to their moms. This takes place in a graveyard. It has, yeah, we got purple things that shoot stuff at you when you hit it. Enemy generators, which is annoying. And it also features walls and gravestones, which will not fall down unless you kill all the enemies on the screen, which is also annoying. Oh yeah, there's also, like, things which you can light on fire to kill a bunch of sperm. That's always a good thing. You know, I'm starting to think that these evil queens and stuff are deliberately leaving their baby princesses in the middle of a fucking graveyard, and we're just doing it out of our own free will. Now here's something that I didn't realize until about 5 minutes before I was about to render this video in Sony Vegas. Your projectiles, they change elements depending on how close or far away you are from the enemies. And the enemies take more or less damage depending on what type of element. So yeah, and you can't change this particular setup, so just be sure to plan ahead, unlike me. Anyways, on to journey number 4. You know what? I think at this point, the queen doesn't want the baby princess anymore. Because this is like the 4th time that we're out trying to save them. And now we're in a nuclear holocaust cave or whatever. I'm pretty sure this was originally meant to take place in a medieval setting, but now we're in the cave from Lost. That's great. I love the plot twist here. I'm assuming the bosses of this is just some giant fucking computer. And there's one of the walls. Nope. I don't think so. And okay, I think I'm done with this game. Let's check out the other modes. Yeah, rescuing a baby princess is definitely not worth it in this game. So let's look for treasure. Let's recover your 10 stolen treasures. We got 2 completely different knights. No peasant with 1 HP this time. And, you know what? I'll pick the one with all the head points in the world. So let's start this thing. Bitter Woods. Woohoo. Alright. And you fall in battle. Okay, so that's how it works. If only you would have told me that earlier. Evil. Ah! Fucking High Mark Stone is false. What? You didn't tell me anything about the fucking water lilies that tried to kill me? I don't think I'm supposed to be there yet. Oh, why did I run into that again? You know what? Whatever. Rest the Firebrand. Yeah, apparently you don't get the sword until, like, much later. Yeah, sword that explains, like, the tombstone wall. I was never able to explain it properly because the fucking worm was in my way. So, I'm gonna take a hit here, because I don't have my sword yet. Nothing there. Let's see. No. Oh my god, I could have went the other way and avoided all this shit. Fuck it, I'll take damage from the fire lily. So, we got the sword. The mighty fire sword. Now it can kill enemies. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Fucking water lilies of death. Slitherers. So, I think the fire sword is not one of the goddamn treasures. Yay. So yeah, now I have a sword. I can use it to kill the blue sperm puddle, the blue sperm and the fuzzy centipede. Alright. You know what? Fuck it, I'll kill it. It's probably guarding something important. Really now? I took off your fucking head, now you're... It's like a fucking chicken running around with its head cut off, and yet you're still pursuing me, persistent bastard. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Yeah. Alright. And the song is looping indefinitely, which I love. I'm assuming this thing opens up something important. I can't set the fence on fire, so there we go. Yeah, that's the thing explaining the gravestone wall. So, what the fuck? Okay, I didn't see that, but what a fucking fire alarm, and I don't have my sword. You know what? Fuck this game. Next mode. Alright, let's go back to this quote. Enemies in the forest and the must be the fucking grammatical error in a J.R.R. Tolkien that explains the Hobbit movies. Anyways, let's do the boss rush thing now. Journey through the Cave of Steel, huh? Wonder if this one also has a river that I cannot cross for some reason. Alright, let's see how this goes. That's gonna be a fucking joy to play through. Oh my fucking god. Only a stair. This is canyon.mid. That's awesome! The boss rush of this game literally has the same tune that was bundled with early versions of like Windows 95. It is canyon.mid. Jesus, that's awesome! Also, this thing's pretty simple, despite me sucking at it. I'm not gonna go too far into this boss rush, because it's like a... I love this thing. Let me guess, if I actually beat this game, it'll probably reward me with passport.mid, but I'm not gonna get too far in this, because this is mostly a review type of thing. Besides, there's no way to regenerate your health or restore health in this game, so maybe they'll include that in the later version. Anyways, I got a lot more games to review or cover in this compilation, so let's go on to the next one. Also, fuck this hourglass and its 50 billion hit points! The next game on this list is Critical Bypass.
Fuck this shit, man. I can't... What's going on? I can't see!
This game featured a ship with the most sensitive controls ever, fighting hash browns and Tetris squares over a magic eye painting. It wasn't very good. Let's see if the remaster, builds upon that. It tries to improve it. Oh great, it's a fucking Unity game. Oh boy, can't wait to see the Slender Man at one point. So here's Critical Bypass. You guys spelled critical wrong, that's a good start. Let's start this review thing. So anyways, the story of this game starts off with humanity on some pre-rendered planet and their mining expedition of stock Unity assets, discovering one of the 8 pages of shitty artwork, no less. And then we get an exchange between what looks like a bored hipster and another hipster that also looks like he doesn't give a shit. According to the storyline, it seems that the mining operation resulted in humanity being attacked by aliens because, that's usually stuff that happens when you use the freaking Unity engine. I'm pretty sure they collected one of the artifacts of Doom and I gotta go into the middle of a random forest with a flashlight. So with that being said, we kinda have to do a Death Star trench run. Yeah, the game itself is more of a rail shooter this time with a lock-on system, similar to that of Res, minus everything that made Res cool and interesting. I mean, you no longer fly the most overly sensitive ship in the world, that's a plus because it's easier to control, and these cutscenes sometimes show up every now and then. Yeah, you also gotta like the black outline around the character portraits. Yeah, this guy's swearing up a storm, but he still looks like he don't give a shit. Yeah, the language. No wonder this game got banned in Australia. Yeah, the game no longer has the most sensitive controls ever, but the demented hash browns are back. So let's skip ahead a little bit until we get to this one cutscene. Oh no, the stock Unity asset exploded or something. Yeah, I know, this scene is supposed to be distraught or something, but look at the character portraits and how they don't change. It just comes across as that they were slightly annoyed that they left off something off the grocery list. Also, I keep taking damage for absolutely no fucking reason! Also, there's no checkpoints, and there's no way to restore your health. Great, I like that. You like that? I like that. I mean, at first, I mean, you saw, right? Where I'm taking damage from invisible shit. At first, I thought it was because I wasn't killing all the floor crystals, because those are also enemies in this game. But no, even on the second playthrough, I'm still taking damage from invisible shit. So, anyways, let's cut ahead a bit. I didn't really get very far into the game after the ship blew up because, at this point I'm almost dead and just looking for health power-ups, which don't exist apparently. Again? This is like the 5th exchange between you two guys. Just get a fucking room already. So yeah, there's a little bit of technobabble about how you're carrying some sort of jump core or something, and I'm pretty sure these guys are gonna be fucking later on, but yeah, more backstory about how you gotta get from point A to point B. I don't know how you're gonna do that because you're almost dead. Well, if it was inevitable, the stupid purple balloon thing just hit me with invisible shit and I died. Yeah, if only I had checkpoints or health power-ups instead of having to play the entire game all over again, that would... Oh no, the game just crashed. That's unfortunate. Huh. My antivirus software just gave me notifications. I mean, I know it's a Unity game, but this isn't malware. It's just a remake of something much, much worse. Oh, right, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be reviewing this game. Okay, it's time to give us a final score, old school style. Okay, so here's Leap Boy with the final score of this game. This game is buffalo turds in a septic tank with triceratops testicles. But seriously though, who's gonna get this pizza? He's the greatest player in all the land. Well, that was cringy as all hell. No wonder this trend died out way back in 2009. Anyways, on to the next game. Oh yeah, this boring ass game. I forgot this existed. Okay, anyways, last I remember, you shoot flaming condoms over a city that doesn't explode, and yet somehow this is more exciting than anything Farsight Technologies has ever made. The remake, on the other hand, it actually surprised the hell out of me because it's actually a good game. This game is now like a Defender type game that kind of reminds me of something you'd see on Xbox Live back in the day. Yeah, it's bright and colorful, the music doesn't suck, it's not boring as all hell, and there's UFOs that drop these things, which I'm pretty sure they're important. And unlike the NES counterpart, the buildings can actually be blown up if you let the meteors hit. Yeah, it turns out that the bored hipsters from a previous game, they're actually flying these ships and they stopped giving a shit. Oh, don't worry, a lot of people might have died today, but King Kai has plans on building a mall here anyway, so that was Jupiter Scope for Action 52 owns. This is a good game. You live. Next up is probably one of the more infamous games on Action 52. Alfred and the Fedora. Oh, now this is a game that has history to it. The NES version doesn't even run on most emulators. Basically, this game featured our heroes running around Barbie's playhouse. You run into a noodle, it breaks your neck, and the game eventually crashes. It's not very good. However, there's a Genesis version of the game. It doesn't crash on startup, but it's really, really boring. It has you collecting noodles while avoiding all the hot dogs, yet somehow collecting this thing doesn't kill you. Yeah, the game is boring and not impressive at all. Just like everything else on the Genesis Action 52, it's boring as all fuck. I'm pretty sure the remaster is gonna be good, but then again, it's easy to improve upon complete fucking garbage, so let's rock this bitch. Okay, so here's Alfredo for Action 52 owns. Hey, the game didn't crash on me! Although there is a Game Maker loading screen. I'll have to adjust some things because I have the thing set to 640 by 480 mode. Hey, I have production values, check me out. Anyways, there's this Alfredo guy. He's an Italian chef. Yeah, you don't want to confuse him with any French bakers. He's being awesome until Ratatouille came along and fucked his shit up. He had to close his restaurant. He now wanders the desert. I think they have those in Italy. Yeah, and then he goes into a transparent castle to redeem himself. And the game starts. And already the game is a million times better than the original game. Yeah, do not enter. Fuck that, I'm entering it anyway. Oh boy, we have like this stuff. Yeah, only the finest chefs face death within. Oh boy, I can't wait to face death. And great. Just waiting, we need a reminder of Super Chick Sisters. So let's... What kind of noise was that? It sounded like he was taking a shit. So, yeah. All this shit. I know where I'm going. Fuck. I like how he's constipated. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy was using the milk to fix your floors. That might be a bit of a problem. Great. Now we have an evil son. Great. Oh. Yeah, that's great. The sun just tried to kill me. Oh well. This part's actually kind of easy once you get around to it. Ooh, scary dark cave. And here's the boss. Pansy? What the fuck kind of a name is Pansy? I thought I was supposed to be facing challenges and death and shit. You're just a pan. How are you gonna fight me? Oh, I'll find a way to fight you. So here's the boss explaining how things work. Because this game is surprisingly self-aware, and I kind of like it that way. Alright, let's get this boss fight over with. Ah! Little bitch. Oh my god, somebody else has played the Genesis version of this game. This is cheeky as fuck. So in other words, fuck you. So, this boss fight's simple. Just collect the shit that's coming out of the transparent blue cauldron until the giant laser here appears. You only have a few seconds to hit the boss, and that's how the boss battles go. You collect things, you collect enough of these things, it makes a giant laser beam appear out of nowhere. And this music is way too loud. It's louder than anything else, so I gotta do some sound balancing. Yeah, you do this a couple of times and avoid the laser things. Unlike the Genesis version of Action 52, this is actually pretty good. And you can collect more than just the noodles this time. Hey, the boss is defeated. Well, yes, I was using checkpoints. This game's actually kind of lenient when it comes to that stuff. Can you be any more cliche? I'm only the first boss. Yeah, I have a feeling the next bosses are actually gonna be pretty. And now we have the power to double jump. And now it's time to take a jump cut because, you know, I have a job in real life and everything. And we are back with this review. Yeah, I'm calling it a review. I'm bringing old school back, baby. 2007. Yeah, this is back when game reviews were mostly just Let's Plays with the occasional screamy, shouty parts in. Yeah, jump out of the sun like that to get it fine. Yeah. Glorified Let's Plays with lots of screaming come into play. Hey, it worked for Darkness the Curse and Remake 21, so it's gotta be working for me too. So you wanna jump to like the top right here, because that's where you need to go next. Ow! Bitch. Yeah, you wanna get your timing straight? Screw it, let's go into this alcove. I like this alcove sometimes. It's pretty peaceful while that thing's shooting meatballs in the background. Ah, yeah, glorious 2007. Without the atrocities of having it split into 7 or 8 parts. Oh, and here's another reminder of things from 2007, 2008. A reminder of every single I Wanna Be the Guy Let's Play ever created. Yeah, this part is really, really, really tricky. Even with the double jump, you just gotta get your jumps right, like, not there. Ah. It is really, really tricky, this part. But eventually you'll get it. Yeah, if you don't have the double jump, this part is next to impossible. And we're up to the next boss. Oh, shit. That's not where I'm supposed to go. That's not where the next boss goes. You need something else. My bad. Where you're actually supposed to go is not into the blades like that, but up there. This yellow cracked wall here. Yeah, don't worry about that for now. You'll need a power-up in order to get through it later. Ah, you bastard! What is that thing anyway? What's it shooting? Meatballs? Is it apples? I don't fucking know, but they hurt like a bitch. But thankfully you have infinite checkpoints. This was the original game, the game would crash. Ah, so that's how it works. Also, this giant sun thing, yeah, he's a little bit of a dickhead. But, yeah. Watch out for the demented flying pizza. I mean, these flying pizzas have nothing better to do. Ow, you... Well, I didn't say this had to be a perfect run. But, aside from all that, we're on to the next boss. Spats, huh? I wonder if there's 3 of them. So here's some more witty banter, and more of the game being self-aware and calling the spatula out for being a spatula. But, in other words, this boss fight is pretty much the exact same thing as the previous boss fight, except you have shit to jump over, and he has 1 more health thing. But other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. Just collect all the items from the giant cauldron thing, and hit him with the giant laser cannon while avoiding the stereotypical Zeus lightning bolts. I like to mention that this game is also pretty good. It easily redeems like the atrocities that is Alfredo for the NES and Genesis actually too. It's also a redemption story for Perrin, the person who created this game, because if you can kind of remember, Perrin was the same person who remade Critical Bypass, you know, that bored hipster game. So yeah, apparently he can't make a Unity game for shit, but he can make a pretty good Game Maker game. Maybe he didn't want to make another Slenderman clone, so he decided to cop out and make it bored hipsters. And the power is, we now have the power to drop bombs. It's time to, can't wait to bomb some dodongos. Ah! Okay, now I got the screaming out of the way. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta do a stupid, goofy voice in order to make this review a lot more authentic. Hey guys! This game's actually a good game. It's a remake of the perfect predecessor to Action 52 for the... I have no idea what that thing is, but you gotta, like, take the bomb, you gotta, like, bomb up that thing, and then you gotta do the leap of faith, or that thing called the leap of... Okay, I'll stop acting like Leap Boy for a minute there. I'm trying to get into the old school spirit of, like, old school reviews, which means deliberately acting like a retard for the sake of entertainment. Someone pointed out we're keeping too many blades on the wall. Yeah, especially during the last area. I mean, first time playing through this game, I thought they were part of the background. And this part is totally not a reminder of Billy Bob. How did you guys get this stuff up here in the first place? Oh yeah, the evil sun, this thing. Can you fall? Thank you. Oh, and make sure not to fall here, because that's bad. Now we're on the third boss. I'm gonna make a jump cut. This jump cut is really, really necessary because, unlike the previous two bosses, this one's actually kind of difficult, despite the boss seeming like he doesn't give a shit. This boss is actually pretty hard. Yeah, whatever, Mr. Demented Balloon Animal thing. It's the same thing as the last couple of bosses, except now you have instant pits of death. And I think if you do it in a certain way, you jump and avoid things a certain way, you can easily avoid, like, the lightning bolt things. Yeah, it took me a couple of tries to get this, so if you fail on your first try, don't worry about it. It took me several tries. Like, ow. Oh, and, oh, hey, yeah, that's great music. Can you turn it up a little bit? You're a bit too quiet. Anyways, this boss, I might be doing good right here, but what you're not seeing is like the 3 or 4 attempts of me just falling into the pit like a stupid ass. Mind you, those attempts might be a lot more entertaining, but this is a review, remember? Not a let's play. Yeah, and you can kind of see what would happen if I were to make a game on Action 52. Just... Oh, you have fought honorably, Mr. Chef Guy. Oh, he has slain me, mother. You know, shit like that. I'd probably put that in the game. Yeah, fuck you and your giant transparent cauldron. Power of... Oh god, this is a fucking dummy power-up that doesn't do anything. Great! Oh well, let's go forward. Let's see if I can make this jump. Ah, fuck it! Oh, I survived by falling 2 inches. This is not Action 52. I agree! This is awesome. This is really cheeky. This is like... This kind of explains the mindset that's going on through Windows XP and Windows 7 notifications on the same background. I like that. That's great. Oh, and here we have one of the more useful power-ups in the game. Debug mode. Pretty much, you have a shield now that can that can pretty much makes you invincible. So even though I'm technically invincible, I'm going back inside the castle anyway because I know there's more powers to attain. Knives, they ain't got nothing to do with me. So yeah, holding C makes you very much invincible. You might want to go to the same spot as last time. Void, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you think you're scared of me? Huh? Fuck you. I'm gonna go into this room. Yeah, this part where I fucked up so many times, that's nothing. Yeah, what are you staring at, lone painting in the middle of the room? This boss ain't gonna do shit for me, but I'm gonna take a jump cut. Hey, a recording window with my recording software. Yeah, I'm also self-aware of this Let's Play. I mean, review. Yeah, making sure that the C is working. Oh, hello there, Master Smurf Smudge thing. Well, to be honest, this game technically has an ending. It's actually made a lot easier with that debug crystal that I found. That makes me invincible. Let me guess, this guy's my evil self and I'm gonna kick his ass. Okay, challenge accepted then. Oh hey, it's Pajama Man! Hopefully he doesn't crash my game. Yeah, it turns out there are people out there that are interested in remaking this game. Because, you know, there's too many people out there that covered and bitched about Action 52. And they're like, hey, let's make a game that's actually good just to fuck with people. And I swear those meatballs are the exact same projectiles that some of the enemies were chucking at me earlier, except now they don't kill me. Yep, the shield makes this fight a lot easier. I'm the original Alfredo. Watch me glide at the top of the screen here. Oh, what are you gonna do, bitch? Run to a noodle and break your neck? Ugh. I wonder if this is like a remake of an Action 52 song, or if it's something completely original. And that should be it for the final boss of this game. Uh-oh. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, I guess that counts. I wasn't supposed to die there, was I? Oh well. Power of victory. Seems a bit underwhelming when compared to other power-ups, but whatever. Yeah. And apparently the power of victory has warped us into purgatory because I have no idea how to escape this. Oh wait, I do. I know. Let's see. You know, as much as I like this game, there was just one major problem. It didn't crash. Therefore, it's not a faithful recreation of Alfredo. Ugh! Boo! Wait, how did Alfredo get inside the... The next one on this list is Operation Moon, or Operation Full Moon, or whatever. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Nothing like going on a bunch of different colored planets, some which has blocks placed right in front of the fucking spawn point. Yeah, this copy-paste job is something that Genesis Action 52 would do. So let's try this out. If it's anything like Jupiter Scope, it might actually be good. Or not. Wait, DirectX is still a thing? Oh man, that brings me back. This is like every single PC game I played back in the 90s. I mean, DirectX still exists. I thought it died out like Netscape Navigator or AOL Instant Messenger or any of those other things from the 90s. Shit. Yeah, I remember how much of a hassle it was just trying to get old DOS games to work on this thing. I have to go and fuck around with permission settings and administrative permissions and shit. Yeah, I'll pass. On to the next game. Yeah, maybe I'll eventually cover that last game in a different video when I'm not so stubborn. But for now, it's time to get my thrust on. God, that's like a joke the AVGN would make nowadays. In thrusters, you fly a thing, you shoot down other things, running into a droopy mushroom turns into a glitch ship, and the game eventually slows down and becomes unplayable. Yeah, Action 52 kinda has a bunch of games like this. So let's see how the remake handles things. So, let us begin. Really? This again? Don't worry, there's only a few of the games that are actually like this. So you know what, let's end this part with a game that I know frickin' works.
Hooray! I beat the most tedious first fucking level!
The last time we saw this game, it featured your cavemen chunking snowballs at other cavemen. You die by falling into the score counter. And speaking of score, how does the point system actually work in this game? Well, the remake can't possibly fuck things up this badly. Okay, so let's finish this part with a game that I know actually works. This is Chill Out, a remaster of a very boring game from Action 52. Anyways, it's time to chill out while I adjust this window. Yeah, believe it or not, this game actually has a storyline this time. The game starts off with some hunchback in red walking about when this anorexic dickweed starts making it snow constantly. And he laughs like a fucking Disney villain. Not exactly sure why exactly spiky-headed Ice Mage here wants to bury everybody in snow, but apparently Old Man Winter is blowing! So anyways, our hero suddenly materializes out of nowhere, and he's from the future, because sure, why the fuck not? And even though Blue Guy is from the future, he still has the same neck problem as everybody else in this game. I mean, they all look like E.T. under their parkas. Yeah, my goal is Old Man Winter. Old Man Winter is going down, man. He's gonna pay for making my green buddy shovel snow in front of his Minecraft igloo. So now it's time to climb some mountains and punch a demigod in the face. So instead of killing all the enemies on the screen like in the original, this remake is now a platformer where the objective is simply get to the top of the level. This is kind of a tutorial level explaining how shit works, which is why I'm kind of ignoring him because reasons. So yeah, here's the bad guy. He's all like, "Oh, ha, 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 go climb another mountain, you dick!" So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. There's like 4 levels to this and a boss stage. It's actually pretty short, and it's actually a good game. Tree Mountain. Yeah, I can sort of explain that. Now, you might be wondering what the hell this brown rope thing is. Well, yeah, the rope you can attach yourself to trees in order to get to faraway platforms and stuff. And unlike the original game, you don't really take any damage when you run into or get hit by an enemy. It's well, you do kind of have to worry about falling, but unlike the original game, you don't die by falling 2 inches. What you saw right there, if you fall like far enough, you get like a message saying, oh, you broke your neck or you broke your leg or something and you have to do it again. But don't worry, you have infinite continues in this game. This light blue platform here, that's ice, it's slippery, and it is kind of annoying. But not quite as annoying as this guy's really cheesy banter. So here's the bad guy running away like a pussy again. Believe it or not, we're actually halfway through the game now, but these next 2 levels are actually kind of longer than the other 2. So here we go again. Icy glacier? Not exactly a glacier, it's more like a mountain. Yeah, thankfully you don't die by falling 2 inches, but you still gotta be careful. Yeah, you can use the white snowdrifts there to break your fall, if you're lucky. The things that you gotta worry about is not exactly the platforming. The platforming here is kind of interesting. You see these wind things that are blowing about? Yeah, they'll push you around. That's kind of the annoying thing about this game. Because the actual platforming itself is not bad, the controls are responsive and all that. You just gotta worry about, you know, the wind blowing you around. And you cannot jump while shooting, which might also be a little bit of a problem. Especially on this tricky-ass ice platform. There we go. And that should about do it for this stage. Plus but no cigar. You won't climb. Ew. I don't want to climb an old man's peak. And fuck your cigars! Smoking's bad for you anyway. So let's climb this mountain like a good ice climber should. Yeah, that joke was a little bit lame. Anyways, we're gonna climb an old man's peak now. You'll want to go left here because if you go to the right, there's gonna be some trickier platforming. This is arguably one of the larger levels in the game, so don't worry, this will take a little bit of a while. Ah, crap. Yeah, just make sure that you don't fall and break your neck because it's kind of a long way up. And, you know, the main trick is to not die as much. See, now there's an example of the snow banks kind of saving my ass there. You want to go up here, and using some skillful... There's got to be a skillful part where you got to climb some vines. Like, you got to do this. You got to get your timing just... God damn it! Are you fucking for real with this? As I've said, this part takes a little bit of skill and timing, and you got to make sure that the wind doesn't blow you back. See, everything works fine. It's all fine on attempt number 4. Now, this part here is kind of really tricky. Yeah, this part's tricky, but it's nowhere near as tricky as the bind part back there, which I had to do like 5 or 6 times. Oh look, another bind part. Thankfully, you can bypass it by going to this tree here. See, you don't have to go through that shit again. Thank fuck. Fuck you, cancel my snowball. I'm not gonna take that shit from you and your buddies up there.
I'd be like, yo, Nun! What's up, Nun?
Yeah, that Silent Rob sample says it all. How did I get... Did you see me climb up the fucking mountain, you anorexic pile of crap? Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna climb onto your cloud, and I am going to beat the shit out of you. Now, seriously, there's a boss stage after this. Ugh, how did I get up here? You were riding on a goddamn Nimbus cloud, and you didn't see me climb up the fucking mountain? Now I just realized it takes like 6 hours to upload a video to YouTube, so I'm gonna edit this boss fight to get this video to under an hour. To beat this boss, you gotta wait for the skinny man to come down on one side, and then use your rope to steal his rod, and then you hit his ass with a fucking snowball. And then you lose your balance and break your bones, but come back from surgery 7 weeks later to repeat again, and again, until you have conquered winter and become the unrivaled lord and master of the universe. Oh yeah, time to sum up the ending. Just before the blue caveman gets to kill off the bad guy and obtain his magic powers to become the new Lord of Winter, more cave people from the future show up to argue about global warming or something. You know, I can easily take this power to become a powerful ice mage myself, but these are cave people. They have, like, morals and shit. But then another time-traveling cave person materializes and talks about time paradoxes or something. I mean, seriously, these people can invent, like, time travel, but not a way to control the weather? Really? Seriously? Oh yeah, how many of these people are there? And here's where the game completely throws things out the window and starts introducing characters for no reason. Don't worry, this one's simple. This one's clearly in for the money and is trying to game the system for profit. To be honest, I don't even know if this plan's gonna work because he doesn't have a gray sports almanac. And so all the cave people just decide that the best solution to this is to just tell the bad guy to stop fucking with the weather. Yeah, that'll work. Now if only the corporations were just that cooperative. And with that being said, that is the end of Chill Out for Action 52 Owns. Anyways, here's the epilogue, which features what all the characters are doing after the events in this game. Pretty much they're all just gathering out here and they're dancing in place. It's actually kind of fun and cheery. Yeah, it's a decent remake. So far, Action 52 Owns is not crap. Well, aside from a couple of games. But so far, there's been a couple of remixes. This is only a end of the first page in the first part. But so far, a majority of these games have been not crap. That's what I'm going to say about it. Well, except for Critical Bypass. Critical Bypass can go fuck itself. Hopefully I get the next part up sometime soon, or within the next 3 or 4 years, knowing myself and my habit of having a job and shit. Anyways, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get laid. Enjoy the ending! Alright, and that should be about it for the first part of this review. I will get around to covering the other games. I just gotta split a couple of parts to save on memory and hard drive space. Hopefully I get around to covering the rest of the games sometime in the next year or millennium or whatever, but you guys have been awesome, and thank you all for watching my video. This is Phase of Leap Planet, and I will see you guys all later.
You know what? I was having a good fucking day. I went out to the fucking strip club, got some titties on my face, licking on some nipples, some fucking butts on my fucking chin, some fucking good times, and I came back home to find 52 dicks in my ass. You know what? I think that's a good Silent Rob impersonation, don't you think?
Get out of my face! Get out of my face.